Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 5. Today, we are reading Gym Confessions from Am I the Asshole on Reddit. Let's get into this first story. AITAH for telling a woman at the gym that she's embarrassing herself, ? I go to the gym a lot. About 6-ish months ago, I noticed that a woman called Andrea, that's not her name, but for the rest of this post, I don't know if Andrea started going to the gym 6 months ago or if that's when I noticed her. Full disclosure, I spoke to her first, but I had no way of knowing what the result would be. A lot of the machines at the gym have little entertainment systems attached to them that can access local channels. I got on the treadmill and realized the TV on the treadmill wasn't working. Andrea was walking past and said, "Hey, do you know that there's an issue with the cable? This TV isn't working, but I don't know if it's just this one or all of them." She said the same thing happened to her on a different machine. I thanked her. That was the whole interaction. A week later, she asked me for some electrolyte powder for her water. I said I didn't have any. She was cool with that, and she asked me how long I've been coming to the gym and what I did for work. I answered and returned her questions. She said that she was new to the area and worked in private security. We had a few more chill conversations after that. 6 weeks ago, she asked me out, for reasons I won't get into here. I wasn't interested. I declined. She said not to worry about things being awkward at the gym if we don't work out. I said that wasn't the issue. Just not looking to date right now. She kept talking to me, and at first I kept talking to her, but I started to think something might be wrong, and I started avoiding her. 2 weeks ago, she walked up to me while I was on a machine with only one way to properly dismount that involved stepping into where she was standing. She asked if I was avoiding her. I said I was and apologized. I said I just don't want to date right now. She's being creepy. Ugh. And that's so weird. Why would she corner him like that? You know she did that on purpose. She said I don't have to avoid her to not date her. I said okay. I kept avoiding her though. Tonight while I was working out, she confronted me again about avoiding her. I had a bad day and told her to leave me alone. She asked why I was being such a prick. And I said, because I wanted her to leave me alone. And I then said she was embarrassing herself and needs to stop. She put her foot on top of the weights and I thought she was going to press down on them, so I let go of the bar very quickly, causing the weights to slam and make a loud noise. Several people looked over. She said, "Now who's embarrassing himself?" and walked away. Did I go too far by saying that? Do I owe her an apology? Girl, no. Girl, no. Update. I went in early this morning for a run and told the front desk staff about Andrea putting her foot on the weights. They said they would talk to her. Then after work, I went in again for a regular workout. I was working on my legs when she walked up to my machine. The first thing she did was apologize about the weights. I don't know if someone talked to her or if that was her own initiative. I accepted her apology and apologized for saying that she was embarrassing herself. She said she forgave me, but if I really want to make it up to her, I could buy her a drink. And she would buy me one too to make up for the weights. I said maybe we should buy our own drinks, meaning separately at different places and times. She misunderstood me and asked when and where. She definitely only apologized so she could still go out with you. I told her I meant that I didn't want to go out with her. She said this wouldn't be a date, but a reset for our friendship. I said I don't want to be friends. She said I was being a douche and asked what my problem is. I said the weight incident made me uncomfortable and I would rather us just give each other space. She then asked me if my problem was with her that she's Hispanic. Oh my god. She's racist and, weird. I was so taken aback. I didn't even know she was until I said, oh my god, she's white passing. She's a white passing. Or whatever you call it. I'm sorry if I use that phrase wrong, guys. I don't mean to offend anyone by saying that. I'm sorry. I was so taken aback. I didn't even know she was until she said that. I said no. That she just makes me uncomfortable. She wanted me to explain about what about her made me uncomfortable. And I tried to do so, but she argued with every point I made. I got frustrated and told her to just stay away from me. She said fine, and that I have a lot of maturing to do. Then she walked away. I'm hoping that's the end of it. Does she not realize that she keeps cornering him and stuff. Like, that's why. Girl, this girl is kind of dumb and rude. She's rude. Like, when I'm at the gym, I don't want to be bothered either. Relevant comments. Oop on why he doesn't want to get into a relationship. She's just not my type. Even if she was, I don't want to get into a relationship right now. My last relationship lasted 3 years and I need to remember how to be single before I hop right back into another relationship. And that's really healthy. I am so proud of you for being healthy. And that's not immature like she said you are. That's mature. That's mature to heal yourself before getting into another relationship. Commenter 1. Something might be wrong. What do you mean? Ope. I don't know how to explain it. I almost felt like she was having a completely different conversation with me than I was having with her. She seemed inappropriately enthusiastic. That's the best way I can think to say it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go on a date with someone who I can't talk to without feeling weird either. Downvoted commenter. Dude, she just moved into the area and is probably lonely and doesn't know anyone. I'm guessing did she ask you out like a friend hangout type deal, or was it like a proper date? OP. Oop. It was a date. She asked me if I want to get a drink with her sometime, and when I declined, she said, I don't need to worry about things being awkward at the gym if we don't work out romantically, and I had to decline a second time. Commenter 2. Good on you for taking a breather. NTA, by the way. She either has severe mental health issues or hasn't been socialized properly. No normal person would ever put you in that position. I make every excuse I can when I'm not interested in someone, but when someone can't take the hint, you do eventually have to disregard their feelings. I mean, think about it. She disregarded yours. Oh my god, that's true. I didn't even think of that. Oop, that's a good way to think about it. I hadn't considered that part. Thank you. Commenter 3. I wouldn't go to the police right now because you've only just told her to leave you alone. But if gym management doesn't stop, then yeah, I would go to the police. Harassment is harassment. If you were a girl and she was a guy who worked in security and also put their foot on your equipment, people would be really concerned, rightly so. That's a really good point. And I was kind of thinking that too, but I wasn't going to say it yet. But I was thinking it. Okay, you guys have to believe me. Believe me, please. Oop. That's kind of a different situation. I have at least 60 pounds on her. It's not like she can follow me to my car and beat me up one night. Oh my god. I mean, he's got a point, unfortunately. What she did was dangerous and creepy, but what could she really do that's worse? Maybe drop a weight on my toe? But I can't think of anything else. It's not like she knows where I live. Well, if she figures out your name, she could probably figure out where you live, because some people are really good at stalking and some people are really good at looking up other people's social media and figuring things out about themselves, you know. Some people are insane. Off topic though, what if she did drop a weight on your toe and then you had to curl the weight with your toe? How many like curls would you be able to do? Like, I feel like I could at least do like 5, depending on if it was like a big plate, like a 45 pound plate. If it was like a 45-pound plate, I think I could do at least like 5 toe curls with it. Update 1, 6 days later. Summary of my previous post. Skip this paragraph if you read the post. I'm gonna skip the paragraph and read the actual update part. Andrea's banned from the gym. I was running on the treadmill and watching TV. She came up to talk to me and I ignored her, staring at the TV. She raised her voice and I continued to ignore her. She reached out and pulled the safety tab out of my treadmill. The one that you connect to your wrist so the treadmill stops if you fall. No shit. Okay. Causing the treadmill to come to a sudden stop. I tripped and fell onto the controls and TV, scratching my chin on top of the screen. It is my worst fear to fall on a treadmill. Did you go to the hospital? Let's keep reading. I went to the front desk with Andrea following me. Okay, why would she follow? She's insane, because like it's so obvious what you're doing if you just walk towards the front desk after that. I told them what she did. She kept trying to interrupt me and talk over me. but the woman at the front desk told her to be quiet and wait her turn. I told her Andrea pulled the safety tab while I was running and injured me. I wonder if he was like visibly bleeding. And I wonder if the woman even saw, like, the front desk person see. The woman at the front desk then asked Andrea what happened. Andrea said I was staring into the middle distance. Like I was in some kind of flake state. I don't know how to pronounce that. Flake state. And she thought I was having a medical episode, so she pulled the tab. I wonder how, like, fast he was going. Maybe, like, was he running? Because I feel like that would, like, obviously he's not having a medical episode if his legs are moving, right? The woman at the front desk asked for her membership card. Andrea didn't want to give it to her, but the woman at the front desk asked if she didn't, she would ban her. Andrea gave her her card, and the woman at the front desk said she had to leave, and she was suspended for a month. Ugh, come on. 1 month for that? He could have broke his jaw. He could have broke his fucking jaw. He can sue for that, I think. I think if you're listening to this, OP, I think you can sue Andrea for that. Because, like, what if you're just like, oh, that was attempted murder because she tried to kill me. I mean, because I rejected her. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with my brain. Let's keep reading. Andrea objected and now got into an argument with the woman at the front desk that escalated into Andrea. Oh my god. Andrea calling me an N word and a B word. So she was banned permanently. But you didn't even know she was Hispanic, which means that she that means she was white, and she was white saying the N-word. Okay, girl. I hesitate to call that a happy ending because the poor gym employee had to put up with racial harassment. But I won't deny getting to watch her cut up Andrea's membership card felt good. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. Still NTA. Andrea proved herself to be crazy with a side of racist. Okay, it just sounded so dumb. Oop. And the irony that she accused me of being racist for not wanting to date her. Commenter 2. I'm guessing she doesn't get told no very often. I'm glad it had a safe ending. Safe? He whacked his fucking jaw on the treadmill. That's not safe. Like, a fucking jaw. Oop. Thank you, I am too. Now that it's over, I'm starting to process it. The whole thing was crazy. My heart rate is up higher than it ever gets when I run, which is nuts. Okay, so he was running when it happened. He wasn't walking, he was running, which means he hit his jaw even harder than I thought. Commenter 3. If you see her again and she acts creepy, it's worthy of reporting to the police. Just pay attention to your surroundings in case she stalks you. Oop. She's banned from the gym, so I doubt I'll see her again. She doesn't know where I work or live. Oop on his race and Andrea's race. She said she's Hispanic. I'm not going to tell you what race I am. Downvoted commenter. Seriously? This is your honest response? If so, you aren't actually into women. You may not know it yet, but you aren't. It's a completely normal question for a person to ask. Is this crazed psycho who is trying to date you is hot or not? Every straight male is thinking the exact same thing. What? Girl, what are you talking about? Oop. I date women. I recently left a 3-year relationship with a woman, and she could tell you that I definitely like women. I just don't think women are defined solely by their appearances. I'll give you an example. I have this friend I grew up with. She's objectively very beautiful. Many men and women have told her so. While I can see that she's beautiful, the first thing I think of when I see her is, that's my friend that I love dearly, not that's an attractive woman. That's probably good at sex. I have never been attracted to her because we treat each other like siblings. Conversely, in this situation, even if Andrea was my type, which she isn't, and I was looking to get into another relationship, which I'm not right now, it still wouldn't matter because her behavior towards me is so off-putting. You should be off-putting. If you get that reference, like my video. She could look like Alison Hannigan, an actress I think is particularly attractive. And it wouldn't matter because I don't date women that put people in physical danger when they're upset. Oh my god, he does have a point though, because like if they did end up dating, she would probably beat him. She would probably beat him if she, because she put him in physical danger, not once, but twice. So, just saying. Let me know if you disagree in the comments down below. Commenter 4. Info, are you okay from the injury? TA. Just be careful. I've had jarring injuries while running from having to unexpectedly stop on a dime. And, well, it felt okay at the time. It caused a stability-related injury next workout. Oop, I'm okay. It's just a scratch. Okay, tough guy. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be on your side here. I'm sorry. Let me calm down. Update 2, 4 days later. Sorry for the incomprehensible post. I posted this last night while I was drunk. I'll rewrite it to explain what happened. Last night, I went to a bar near my apartment to meet up with some friends. The three of us were drinking and having a good time when Andrea walked up. I never saw her enter the bar. I only noticed her when she was in front of us. She greeted me and said it was good to see me and leaned in to try to kiss me. I pushed her away from me and she fell. That's karma. Good job. But when my friends caught her, you fucking bitch, why the fuck would you do that? She started yelling at me and asked, what the fuck is wrong with me? I told her to stay away from me and not come any closer. She asked if I was embarrassed of her and didn't want my friends to see her. You guys are completely strangers to each other. And you guys don't even know each other. You have no connection and you're just trying to kiss him. So that's why you got pushed. 'Cause you're fucking weird. I said, this is the third time you tried to assault me. And I want you to stay away from me. At that point, the bouncer showed up and asked what's going on. Andrea said I pushed her. I tried to explain that she tried to kiss me and is stalking me, but I was drunk and not doing a great job. My friends also tried to explain that I was innocent, but they were also drunk. Well, I think everybody's drunk. What the fuck? Security kicked me out the bar. My friends walked me home. I'm definitely going to try and get a restraining order. This has gone way too far. Yeah, call the police and make a report because you have 30 days before the bar deletes any of that camera footage. Actually, this is too old, so I can't even give advice on this. This post is too old. Okay, top comments. Commenter 1. She's literally stalking you and it's just going to get worse. If she tries to follow you again, please call the police. Ask your gym for video footage of Andrea purposely sabotaging your workouts, purposely trying to injure you, and following you around. This situation is insane and escalating from following you around the gym to full-on intruding onto your personal life. Does she have any of your social media? If so, definitely block her, as clearly she's starting to learn your patterns and outside hobbies. Be safe. Commenter 2. Might be a stretch, but you should inform your workplace that you have a woman harassing you in retaliation for being rejected and banned from the gym. After she escalated to violent and dangerous behavior, if she found you in a bar, assuming it wasn't a coincidence, then she could find out where you work and try and sabotage your job and reputation and go to the police. Commenter 3. Now that it's gone beyond the gym, you need to start the process of getting a restraining order. She's as unhinged as fuck. You need to get the law on your side. Well, especially because you're a man. Go back to the bar on a different night and ask for the manager. Explain the situation and the context. Make sure you mention that you're in the process of taking out a restraining order against her for stalking and harassment. Try and clear your name. You were with friends and a woman walked in and immediately created a scene, but you were kicked out? Nah, I'd be fighting that. That's some bullshit. New update. Update 3. Over 6 months later. Update. Andrea the gym nut. I doubt anyone remembers this, and you can check my profile for context if you want. But I saw this subreddit while scrolling and remembered the password for my throwaway account. So, if there is anyone out there that has been wondering about Andrea the gym nut, here's my answer. I did get a restraining order against Andrea, as many suggested. It wasn't super effective. If I saw her and called the police, she would usually be gone by the time they arrived. A couple of officers gave me a hard time about calling. They thought I was wasting their time because I'm a man and she's a woman. Ugh, that's so annoying. Ugh. The stress started to impact my job performance. My boss was sympathetic, but my coworkers started to get annoyed with me. Fake. They are fake. Also, the fact that Andrea had shown up at work was a huge liability. So she found out where he worked. She probably knows where he lives too. What the hell? How is she not in jail? It was a huge liability for us. I saw the writing on the wall and knew I was going to be fired soon and did what I had been putting off for a long time. I moved back home and decided to go back to school. Oh my god. This is probably like such a good thing though. I'm so proud of you. You've been wanting to do this and now you can. But because of Andrea for some reason. It was hard at first. The situation with Andrea was more traumatic than I had been able to acknowledge myself. I tried therapy and the first therapist thought my issues was that I was too closed off and didn't want to give what sounded like a nice young woman a chance. Yeah, she's really nice. She turned off my treadmill while I was running, and then I fell forward and I smacked my jaw on the treadmill, and then she tried to kiss me in public when we didn't even know each other very well. She's so nice. So that sucked. I swore off therapy after that, but eventually my friends convinced me to go and give it another try. And I found a great therapist who has helped me a lot. My family wasn't particularly supportive at first, but they eventually came around somewhat. My friends have been great this whole time, and they're the only reason I didn't have a meltdown. They are your real family. I also got back together with my high school girlfriend. I know, ironic. That situation isn't all sunshine and roses either right now, but we're working on it. I'll be starting school again in the beginning of the spring semester, and all in all, I'm okay. I'm not great, but I'm okay. Who cares about that, right? Yeah, I didn't ask. I don't care. You guys want to know about Andrea. What happened to Andrea? I have stayed as far away from her as possible, but my more tech-savvy friend has been keeping tabs on her online presence in case she posts anything that might mean she's found out where I moved or had plans to do something to me. He usually doesn't update me unless it's something safety critical. But 3 weeks ago he told me I might feel safer knowing that Andrea is engaged, so she probably won't be stalking me in the future. I'm amazed by this turn of events. There's really someone for everyone, even crazy stalkers. So that's the update. No prison for Andrea, only matrimony, which is its own kind of prison in a way. Just kidding. That's all, folks. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. I totally remember this post. Wow, I find myself actually feeling bad for the idiot who's engaged to such a psycho. I am really glad, however, that you're doing so well. It's sad that you were forced into that situation, but it seems like it's worked out as well as could possibly be expected and even better. Congratulations, and I hope everything continues to go well for you. Oop. Thank you. I appreciate that. It was really rough for a while, but I think I'm coming out at the other end of the tunnel now. As for Andrea's husband-to-be, well, maybe they're perfect for each other, who knows. Yeah, that's true. He could be creepy. It could be worse than her. Well, commenter 2. And people failed you every step of the way. Happy you got safe, honey. Happy you got safe, honey. What? I don't have problems reading. These people have problems typing. Oop, thanks. They really did. But I learned some important lessons. Aww, how great. Yay. Maybe Andrea's husband now is also racist like she is, and that's why he got with her. Well, we won't ever know, will we? Okay, y'all, I know that was a really long one, but I have some shorter ones for you, so let's get into them. AITAH for refusing to go to the gym. I, 31F, have been with my boyfriend, 37M, for about a year. We have been recently getting in repeated arguments about my lack of going to the gym and working out. For context, I am not overweight and have no known health issues. I weigh about 110 pounds and I am 5'5". I am active at work and eat extremely healthy. I have been working 2 jobs, 7 days a week for over 2 years. Oh my god, I know you're tired. 1 medical Monday through Friday and as a bartender on Saturday and Sunday. Usually I do a double at least 1 weekend day. I am also taking college courses right now. Whoa, you are so busy. For nursing school. I live with my boyfriend, and until very recently, I did 100% of the housework. We will get to that. Okay, I'll let you explain first. My boyfriend, 37M, you just told us that, works as a bartender and works checking soda machines at fast food restaurants during his free time for extra money. He goes to the gym a couple nights a week. He has been going to the gym for about 10 years and he pays around $170 a month for the membership. What kind of fancy gym does he go to? That's like that's $170 a month. That's like 2 days of work for me. Like I have to work for 2 days straight to make that. Like, huh. A few weeks ago, he said he would start helping out around the house in exchange for me going to the gym. Maybe you should help anyways, you lazy b-. I asked him if he was unhappy with how I look. He insisted he isn't, but the gym is important to him and being with someone who wants to better themselves is important to him. I told him with both jobs and school, the gym is not a priority. Yeah, like, it's good to work out even if, like, no matter what your weight is, it's good to work out because it's really good to move your body. But she's basically moving her body all day, so right now she doesn't really need it. This poor girl, she's like way too busy. I would probably kill myself if I had that much to do and didn't get a break. But some people like being busy, so she probably likes her life if she's been doing that for 2 years straight. The gym is important to him, and being with someone who wants to better themselves is important to him. I told him, with both jobs and school, the gym is not a priority, but that I would try to work out if I had free time since it was important to him. Oh my god, you are too nice. If your man is mean to you, beat him. I did go to our apartment gym a few times after that conversation, and he did start helping out around the house. That leaves big tasks like laundry, cooking, and cleaning to me. I usually get home, go grocery shopping, / get dinner made, / the house cleaned up while he works out so he can relax and eat as soon as he gets home from the gym. He's not your child. The first time I get to sit down and do schoolwork or relax is like 9:30 p.m. after dinner while he plays video games. If I'm being honest, I just don't have the energy to go to the gym and I can't afford a gym membership to his gym. So we wouldn't even be working out together. I asked if he wanted to work out with me at our apartment gym and he said he won't work out here since it's not a nice enough gym. I can't afford to cut back on work either because even with both jobs, I struggle to pay bills. He's blown up at me several times since the initial conversation. He tells me I'm lazy and that working 2 jobs and going to school is no excuse for not working out. I told him I don't really have time to work out. I don't have time after work to go to the gym because I'm taking care of him and the house and the animals after work and have to study in the evenings. And he said I should be waking up at 6 a.m. and go before work if that's the case. And he only started helping out around the house, so I would go to the gym. And I'm disrespecting what he wants out of the relationship and disrespecting what's important to him by not going. I've asked him again if he was unhappy with how my body looks, and he said no. He just wants me to go because it's important to him that I better myself. I can't help but think that there's no possible way that I'm the asshole in this, but am I wrong? Girl, you do his laundry, you make him food, you're not even married and you're struggling to pay bills. He's not even paying all of your bills and you are doing wife duties. I should not be reading like relationship posts like this because I like lose my mind. Like, if you were in a relationship where you are doing all these things for somebody and they just come home and they eat dinner and they are not grateful that you're doing this and they are not providing for you, then they might be taking advantage of you, and your life might be easier if you leave them and you're alone. Because like, realistically, what is he doing to better your life other than making things more stressful and creating more work for you to do? Like, you have to clean up after him, you have to do his laundry, you have to wash the dishes, you have to care for his animals, you have to make him dinner every night while he sits around and plays video games. Girl, please. I'm done talking about this. I'm moving on. AITAH for avoiding a stranger at the gym after she commented on my weight. There is no reason to go to a gym and focus on other people. Unless someone is bothering you, you should be focused on yourself and not worried about anybody. You should not even be looking at people, okay? Most people do not want to be approached and bothered at the gym. Like, why are you commenting on someone's weight? Let me read this. I was at the gym one time. I usually just keep to myself and I never talk or interact with anyone. In return, no one talks to me, which I'm okay with. One time I was on the stair climber machine. Actually, it's Stairmaster. Get it right. I won't be on your side. One time I was on the stair climber machine beside one lady. I finish and get one, and the lady on the machine grabs my attention and says, "Hey," as she takes out her earphones. She smiles and says, "I've noticed you around. You look like you've lost a lot of weight. You should be really proud of yourself." I actually felt really uncomfortable with it and just said thanks back. In the days after, I just never used that machine again and walked back and forward in the long way around the gym to avoid her. Another day, she happens to run into me again in another weights machine area of the gym. She gets on the machine beside me and awkwardly says, hi." I just said hi back without making any eye contact or talking further. AITH for avoiding her? So, I get why you would be uncomfortable with somebody saying that to you, but she could have just been trying to be your friend too. Yeah, you're both weird. Cause I don't know, it just seems like maybe she was trying to be nice, but maybe she was trying to be weird, but she could have been trying to make friends with you too. I feel like I need more context. I think I need more context to this story, actually. Like, if you're watching this, like, can we get more context to this? Okay. Next story. AITA for telling a woman at the gym to stop filming because I kept ending up in her videos. I'm gonna say no, because I get really uncomfortable if people record in the gym and I feel like I'm gonna be in their shot. It makes me uncomfortable because when you're at the gym, you feel really vulnerable and you're doing vulnerable things, and maybe you're wearing an outfit that you don't like, or the outfit's baggy and makes you look bigger, or the outfit's tight and you can see every part curve on your body, and you know, so many reasons, and you're also sweaty, and you probably just got out of work, and your hair is dirty, and you don't have your makeup on, and yeah, I don't want someone to post me at the gym either. Have you seen me at the gym? No, you don't. I'm not real. Okay, let's read. I, 31M, go to the same gym most mornings before work. It's a normal chain gym. Like, no one of those influencer gyms, but people still record sets sometimes. There are signs about not filming other members without consent, but it's not like it never happens. A few weeks ago, this woman, I'll call her Jenna, started setting up a tripod near the cable machines. I didn't care. Like, I'm not trying to police anyone. I just did my workout and stayed out of the way. But I kept noticing I was showing up in her videos anyways, in the background. One day, I was doing lateral raises and her phone was pointed straight through the mirror, so you could see a big chunk of the floor behind her. I only noticed because I could literally see myself in the mirror in her screen when I walked past. I'm not saying she was doing it on purpose, but I also don't want to be in some stranger's videos at 7 a.m. when I'm half awake and sweaty. Honestly, same. Like, I agree. Especially if there's no filming signs. Guys, this is a tough one. Let's keep reading. The first time I said something, I tried to keep it casual. I waited until she was between sets and said, "Hey, I think I'm in the background of that. Would you mind adjusting it a bit?" She sighed, moved it slightly, and said she was just recording her form. Isn't that what the mirrors are for, so you can look in the mirrors? Isn't there, like, usually most gyms have mirrors everywhere so you can do that? A week later, it happened again, and this time I said it more directly. I'm not comfortable being in your videos because you pointed away from the main floor. Keep it tighter. She got annoyed and said if I don't comfortable, I can... You're bad at typing. If I don't comfortable, I can work out somewhere else because it's a public gym. Maybe if you're gonna film videos at the gym, just make sure that nobody's in the background of it, or like, what? Like, go when it's not busy if you're gonna record, and make sure that no one's in the background, you weirdo. That's when I got frustrated. I told her it's not public, it's a private business, and I'm not the one filming. She rolled her eyes and walked away. So I went to the front desk and asked what the actual policy is. They told me filming is allowed, but if someone doesn't want to be in your shot, you're supposed to adjust, and staff can step in if it keeps being an issue. I told them I already asked her twice. They went over and spoke to her. After that, she's concerned near me, the lockers. I think he's trying to say cornered, but he wrote something else. After that, she concerned me near the lockers and said I was a creep for watching her, that I'm trying to control women at the gym, and that how she feels targeted and anxious to come in. Now I'm sitting here wondering if I escalated it too far and just don't want to be in somebody's content. But I also get how going to the staff can look like a bigger move than just letting it go. AITAH? No, I don't think you are. I think she's stubborn. Sorry. If I was in your shoes, I would be really uncomfortable. So I'm so sorry that you have to deal with this. But I genuinely don't know what I would do other than, like, keep reporting her, I guess. But that's all the videos I'm gonna read for today. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, I guess.